I never thought that somebody can get arthritis because of an injury. That's what happened to me. I always thought that you get arthritis because, you know, you get older and things start to fall apart. But I got mine through an injury. I was doing pull-ups over my bathroom door with one of those pull-up bars that you could attach to the lip of the door frame. I'm doing my pull-ups. The next thing you know, bam! I slip. It falls off. It slips off the frame, and I hit the ground, and it hurt. I had one leg inside the bathroom door, one leg was outside the bathroom door, and I was in pain on the ground. When I got up, yeah, it did hurt, but I didn't think anything of it because I just fell down, and I just thought that, yeah, it's gonna hurt for a while, and then it would go away. But it didn't. I noticed I couldn't run the way I normally did. So after a while, it was after about 2 months of just trying to do it on my own, I went to the doctor to find out what happened. And he took an x-ray, and he said that I have arthritis. There was this thing called osteophytes, he said. Bone spurs, but he didn't like to call it that because that's not the proper name. On my, on that ball and socket hip joint. So that's where I am now, with osteophytes and trying to recover from this. And let's see, this is my journey to get back to running with my children. Okay, yeah, so what I have here is I got some peeled ginger. I have 5 apples, 2 oranges, half a lemon, and the key ingredient here are these dandelion leaves. This is just regular dandelion leaves, you know, regular old gerbil food, but I've been doing some reading on dandelions, well, just different things. I'm trying to see what's really good to, I don't know, alleviate arthritis pain or something like that, stop inflammation, because that's what arthritis is. Well, partly, it's about inflammation. So I'm looking to see perhaps what could reduce inflammation, and arthritis and dandelion leaves came up. So, not bad for gerbil food. So this is kind of like my lab, if you will, where I'm trying to relieve or beat arthritis. So I'm just going to come here and do some pull-ups the right way, where I won't fall off. And I'm going to work on doing some steps. So I'm going to be going stepping up and stepping down. And I think that should strengthen my hip, because eventually I want to get back to my running. Arthritis is a thief. It robs people of the things they love to do. In my case, it's running. I don't want to compete in the Olympics. I don't want to run any marathons. I only want to run with my children. This is one of those new Oreo donuts, Dunkin' Donuts. No, I'm not supposed to be eating this, but I just want to do a test. If I eat this, will I feel more pain? It's a good test. I'm going to enjoy it, but we'll see. See how this goes. I'm back to working out after my fun day at Playland. Had a lot of fun. Hung out with the family. Had a piece of a funnel cake. It was pretty nasty. I don't like those things. way too greasy, but I had one nonetheless. We topped the day off with a donut from Dunkin' Donuts. I wanted that, and that was good. I had one of those Oreo donuts, Oreo sprinkles on top. Well, I'm paying for it now. Not in terms of calories, but in terms of pain. Because I didn't have any pain when I was working out. When I was drinking my juices, my green juices, and eating my smoothies, drinking my smoothies. No pain. Now I'm experiencing some pain in my hip. And that's the only thing that changed was eating them donuts and that funnel cake thing. Well, for me this says stay away from that stuff because it will cause pain. And it did. I feel it right now. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna keep working out, keep drinking my juices and my green juices and my smoothies. And I'm gonna see how I'm gonna do in about a week from now. I'm gonna see if I could, maybe get a run going on. So until then, wish me luck. Usually I could run and I could be right alongside with them. So in a way it is kind of sad that I can't do that right now because of arthritis. So it got me feeling in a way kind of vulnerable. God forbid something happens and I gotta get over there quickly. I can't do my usual sprint and just be right there like Superman Dad. Which that's me. That's inside of me. I can do that, but I feel limited. I'll get it back. I'm pretty confident. I'll get it back. I'm doing total body exercises. I'm doing pull-ups, I'm doing dips, I'm doing push-ups, I'm doing leg work, squats, things like that. Now I'm doing that, and I'm not just working on or focusing on things that's good for my hip. I'm focusing on things that's good for my body, even with my juices and my smoothies. That's good for my entire body. It's not just good, it's not like you're supposed to drink some green juice, drink some kale juice, and then that fixes your hip. Dandelion juice fixes your hip. No, that's not what it's about. It's about working and treating the total body. Treat the total body and everything gets better. Well, I am feeling a little better now. I believe the exercise is working. I believe the eating is working. However, I'm not 100%. I don't know if I'll ever be. But I do think I could do better. What I plan on doing next is doing some more research. I'm going to research more about what do people eat who have arthritis. And perhaps I'll modify my diet a bit more. So that's what I'm doing. Got to do more research, so it's off to hit the books. Guess he'll help me out. There's nothing speculative or far out about the premise that foods can fight pain. The ideas presented in this book are drawn from a wealth of new research from prestigious medical centers around the world. Natural plant oils can reduce arthritis pain. Recent research has unearthed a host of natural anti-inflammatory substances that reduce the inflammation and soreness generally connected to osteoarthritis. Omega-3 fatty acids, soybean and avocado oil, ginger, green tea extra. The key is not so much adding in new foods as in finding out which foods have caused your pain and avoiding them. Some doctors believe that arthritis is caused by the foods a person eats most often. Tracking down the exact cause of osteoarthritis is extremely difficult. Being overweight, an injury, or repetitive joint use may be the culprit. That's me, an injury. Arthritis researchers announced the result of a carefully controlled study that tested how avoiding certain foods could reduce inflammation. Often, the culprits were as seemingly innocent as a glass of milk, a tomato, wheat bread, or eggs. Studies have shown that milk, for example, can cause severe allergies and arthritis. I do not recommend bringing meats, dairy products, or eggs back into your diet. Not only are they major triggers, but they also encourage hormone imbalances that may contribute to joint pain. Niacin plays a role in relieving migraines and the symptoms of arthritis, and is available in leafy greens, sprouts, and grains. For 4 weeks, include generous amounts of foods from the Pain Safe list in your routine. At the same time, scrupulously avoid the major triggers. It is important to avoid these foods completely, as even small amounts can cause symptoms. The list of pain-safe foods for arthritis is nearly identical to that for migraines. The only difference is that apples are not restricted in arthritis. Researchers have not studied the role of dietary factors in osteoarthritis as they have for rheumatoid arthritis, nor is there significant information on the role of essential fatty acids in treating osteoarthritis. Until now. Here's what I learned. I learned that I was juicing wrong, for arthritis that is. The smoothies, which I love so much, had 2 ingredients that were common triggers: the almond milk and the bananas. So I had to stop making the smoothies the way I did. And that's a shame because I really loved them and I enjoyed them. Also, I had to modify my juices. Simple modification. I use apples and oranges and ginger and some type of green. In this case, I have collard greens here. It could be dandelion leaves. It could be broccoli. But any kind of greens will do. Well, I had to get rid of the oranges because citrus is a common trigger in arthritis. Here's one thing that I did learn. I learned about flax seeds over here. Has omega-3 fatty acids, and that's an anti-inflammatory. And I use about 3 tablespoons of this in my juice. And I also learned about omega krill, a supplement. I started taking this and I felt the effects rather quickly. And believe me, these people, they're not paying me to say this. It's true. It worked for me. So I'm telling you that it worked for me. I also learned about something called glucosamine and chondroitin. This did not work for me. So I'll finish the bottle, but I won't be buying this again. So here's what I'm going to do. Oh, before I move on, brown rice. Brown rice is pretty much like a superfood in this arthritis thing. I take this and the pain really, it's less and less. So I'm going to stay on this brown rice thing and this omega-3 thing here because that seems to be working. Alright, now here's what I'm going to do. It's going to take all of this, put this in my juicer, in my Vitamix that is, with the water and ice, and I'm on the road to recovery. I actually think doctors are great. You know, in emergency situations, the way they put people back together again and the way they save lives, it's incredible. They are like superheroes. For you know, problems that are not so big, I think that they could improve as far as, you know, like don't be so quick to prescribe medication. Why can't food be the medicine? Why can't exercise be the medicine? Why does medicine always have to be the medicine? The kind that gives you all these weird side effects. like runny stool and bleeding ulcers and thoughts of suicide. What's up with that? I mean, if you ask me, that doesn't sound like anybody should be taking that type of drugs. So why are they gonna try to give that to people? What's wrong with the doctor saying, you know what? Maybe you should eliminate these type of foods from your diet. And maybe you should eat these kind of foods. What's wrong with that? I think that would be kind of revolutionary. I think if a doctor said that, I think everybody would want to go see that doctor. I did it. I did it without any drugs, without any surgery or anything. I did it by eating the right food, by exercising. Drugs, none of that. My medicine was food and my medicine was exercise. And reading. Reading was my medicine. I couldn't get that from the doctor. I couldn't get the advice that I got in the book from the doctor. It works. It works. I'm back. I could run again. I could run with my children.